Today's segment is sponsored by Petland.
Welcome back. We have Ron joining us from Petland. Hi, Ron.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Life is beautiful.
Awesome. So, a lot of people are getting puppies throughout this pandemic, and that means potty training. What advice do you have for people trying to tackle this obstacle?
Great. There's two really big tools that you gotta utilize, and one is the treat. So the treat, you gotta pick, what's really attractive for the puppy. And so Lil Gimmes in our store are the #1 go-tos. They just love these things, and they'll do anything to get it. So what we do is know that when they are pottying outside, they get a treat. When they're doing the potty, don't wait until you come back in the door, because they think coming back in the door is the key for getting the treat. So when they're doing their poop or when they're doing their pee, that treat is right in their nose. You can let them lick it, and then give it to them when they're doing their duty out where you want them to do it. So you can even say, well, you get the treat when you do it over in this section of the yard and not in that section of the yard. That might be a little in the future. Treats are really good. You also want to give them reassuring sounds. Good dog, a scratch around the jowl when they're all done. Make it a party when they do their business where you want to. When they do it in the house, we're going to talk about that in the next segment on how to handle that situation. Bottom line, don't do anything. Just praise them when they do it out on the outside. Another tool that you want is the kennel. Everybody looks at this and says, I don't want to put my dog in a cage. Think of this more as a crib for your dog. It just has a top on it. If you step back and look at a crib, hey, wait, that kind of looks like a cage too. So this is a crib for a dog. If you buy one, you'll notice there's this extra little wall that comes in there that's loose. That's meant to be in the kennel, so that the dog can only sit down, turn around, and that's about it. They can't go to the back of the kennel, do their business, and then come to the front of the kennel to go to bed. If they can do that, this doesn't work. So use that movable wall to come into, so that they only can, if they poop or pee, they gotta sit in it. And I know that's gross, but that's the way they learn. So use this kennel in that way at night or during the day when you're gone. Have them in there. Know that when you come to the kennel, whether it's after work or in the morning, that you're going to pick them up. You're going to have a couple of treats in your pocket. You're going to walk outside and put them down on the ground and then let them do their business. And then obviously do that treat right when they're doing it. That way the kennel is, it's their den. It's what they know that, hey, I don't want to mess it up. And then everything is outside. If you have an accident, we'll again go through that on our next segment on how to clean that up appropriately. These tools are so important that if you do not have them, you're really putting yourself behind the 8 ball as far as going forward and having a really successful time. These two tools are what will make or break whether your dog is potty trained or not. And also know that if you have an older dog and has a little bit of a problem, I'd start with the treat and make sure that you reinforce it. Like I said, out there, treat while they're doing it. This usually brings that older dog back in so that they do their business out there. The second thing I would add for an older dog is the kennel. But on the younger puppies, start with both of these on the front end, and you're going to have a really successful experience.
Perfect. Always a pleasure talking with you, Ron. Thank you. And if you have any questions for Ron, you can give him a call at the number on your screen. As always, this segment is brought to you by Petland.